Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 16 of my Let's Play of Towns. Playing our town, Valle de la Cerveza. Episode 16. Wow, we've really come a long way, haven't we? The city's still coming along. We have a few new building additions along here. And we've still got like the marine kind of district. We don't have fishing yet, or else I'd call it like the fishing district, which I think will be a continuation of the blue roofs, blue section, since I kind of like skipped over it for this building here. I didn't mean to. It just I forgot as I was building across. So, but I think it looks fine. This is a bright yellow building, but everything else will be blue. This down here, except for maybe like the last couple of buildings. May throw in a couple extra colors, but it's still going good. And on the last episode, I left you a little teaser of what are we going to be building next, and it is not the pagoda. Nope. Instead, we were building the Mage Tower. This is where it's going to be, and we're having a little bit of lag at the moment. This is what we're going to try to build. We're going to fill in this little lake and see how it goes. This wooden spot was just me testing, see how it was going to look, and working on the bridge. I kind of like these little holes here. I think it looks kind of Mage Tower-like to have something odd in your entrance. But I'm going to continue the railing all the way across. You don't want to fall into the water. I had just this center piece here, but it looked, I don't know, just looked too thin and just kind of out there. More like a challenge walk to see if you get to the tower than the mage just wanting to leisurely kind of stroll up here and, you know, stuff like that. But we're going to put a couple unique things in here if we can, which I'll show you as we go along, and it'll be a good chance to show like how you can modify zone sizes if you need them to be smaller than the default 3x3. For instance, on this floor, I'm going to be putting like some living stuff, things that he might need in his in his crafting and stuff. So we're gonna have like an alchemy kind of like station with a color mixing bench and a cooking bowl, and of course we're gonna have a night smithy because it looks mage-like, and bone table. But we have to have zones underneath them to place them. Of course, we're not going to use them unless we, have them start making food stuff and that needs a cooking bowl. Then they might start walking in uninvited to the into the Mage Tower. He may not like that, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be fine. We're going to need scaffolding for sure. We'll just place it right in the front door as we build around. And because they can't really access from the outside except for the front, I'm actually not going to keep it one thick across the entire way. I want to have this, little thin spots here. It'll give me more room on the inside, and I can use these as windows, and so that should work out. How did I work this out? Oh, I fill it in. Okay, just getting a little confused on myself. there. Should go here. Like that. Yes. That's right. How's everyone's holidays going? I hope they're going good. Mine's been fine. The Hobbit's coming out. Came out today. So I think it came out, didn't it? Yeah. This weekend is the Hobbit release, and I'm working night shifts the entire week, the entire weekend. You know, I can't even get away to go see it. I'm real bummed out about that. I have to wait for to like Tuesday to actually get to go see it. Don't spoil me with anything. You know, I want to see it. I'm just excited as the next person about it. I hope it's really good. You can tell me if it's good or not. If it's actually worth the time to go watch. But I'm pretty sure I won't be disappointed. One thing I don't like about being on those eating floors is you hear all the munch and crunch of the townies. Can't even like bob your head in and still get you. Good turn off sounds, but I do like to hear the occasional sound that I'm not just alone. Now filling in these holes might actually be a little interesting, since I'm not sure that they will accept being just touching the corner. It may fall and give me the red X. So I guess we could try and find out for sure. Actually, I didn't need that there. So I'm already getting perplexed by this Mage Tower. I think we're going to try to build like a winding staircase around it. And not just use a scaffolding kind of lift system. I actually, detail this out a little bit. So we'll place this here. Oh, see, it falls. Well, oh, it'll be okay. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking, but that proves that this isn't going to work right here. We want to have the wooden floors as well to go with it. Did I not place there? Just gotta figure out where it's going to be set. Where's letters? I'm going to use this one. We'll start it here. We'll place down a couple of blocks. We'll use this block to more easily see the difference. Spiral around. And we'll give this the flooring that we need. But what do we want to have down here? I think we'll actually have the food where the mage can eat. Stuff like that. So we want to have. Let's start with the cooking bowl, which I need a kitchen for. So what I can do, I can pause the game, It's kind of important. And we'll find the kitchen over here. And I want the cooking bowl. We'll put it on this side. So here we laid out our kitchen. But we only want this one spot. Actually, this is where he's cooking. No, do I want to have a cooking spot, or do I just want to have the alchemy? Because if I make the cooking spot, then they'll actually be making food here with the stove and with the fires. So I guess I'll just make this my alchemy station. But I'll actually make it over here. Just going, just thinking. Here. I want to put our color mixing bench as well, which we need the atelier. We're going to put our bowl in this corner right here. I want to add and remove water over all the other spots that I don't want, and then remove them. And now we only have one spot for the kitchen, which is all we want. And we'll do the same for the atelier. But we might actually use the atelier for the flooring, because it's the mage and he wants to have it a little different. Let's take a look. Yeah, I kind of like the kind of flooring for a mage. You know, not really my own personal taste, but that's what they're for. Now I can unpause the game, and we'll get to building. And we have someone stuck. There's always someone stuck. Now you should be able to get down. And we'll back to the ladders. It is a little difficult to navigate the menu sometime when you forget where everything is. Yes, and speaking of, it's been a little while since I have done a video, a couple days. The reason being, I was involved playing Sins of a Solar Empire, and I was very determined to get better at it. At that competitive side I was talking about before, it was coming out, and I just wasn't being good enough, and the matches lasted on forever, and then I was losing matches against hard AIs, and it just I wasn't standing for that. So, you know, I worked harder about it, and I got it now. It's a successful game now. I'm happy with my progress on it. So now I've come back to towns and make sure I finish this town. Very important. Very important. We can throw down some wooden floors. Some, what they can reach. Can't reach a whole lot right now. Everything doing okay. I was looking, when you look at the game like this, this is what some people, you know, may see. You know, they'll look, and we have tons of rooms. It's like some kind of mega building that, you know, these are apartments, and it's just very compartmentalized, and people might think it looks, you know, too simple. That, you know, the game isn't for them, and then you just have to take away the distractions and reach for the stars, and then you can see something truly amazing. Back over here. See, and we have our cooking pot, and we can place our color palette thing. I was gonna put some bones in here, but I forgot, and I didn't place the carpentry. We'll do that on the top floor. Speaking of it, actually should be shrinking the room. So now I gotta figure out with where I put my staircases, how that's going to work. This level is going to be in one. Yeah, I think it's still. They can just duck their head as they come out. Actually, these should be stone floors. She will fall if I take it away, so I need to do that first. Actually, that will block that off, won't it? I'll have to leave that hole right there. Much. Oh, little townies, work. Okay, now I can destroy this wooden block. And replace them with stone. Like the inside here. The wooden floors. Make sure everything is right. Tight spaces and tight figuring out, but we should have it. Should get it all figured out. Should just about do it, I think. Place the inside rung like this. Hope they can still use the ladder properly. Otherwise, I might just have to resort to a scaffolding, you know, up and down, just to get it all to fit right. Because it's kind of to scale, and I don't want it to, you know, the building to be too wide and then it looks squatty. I want it to look tall. You know, the mind will look at it being taller than it is. You're using you know, forced perspective and kind of stuff like that, which I can't really, you know, do to its full extent. I just gotta try to make everything look to scale. Right down here and place out the wooden floors. And doesn't it want me? Oh, because it can't reach there now. I see. This will give it a smaller inside. I looked at pictures of like what Mage towers people have drawn and stuff for inspiration, and I liked kind of how some of them had a skinnier inside piece. I was actually going to do the opposite. I was going to do a small, medium, and then a small again, and then the roof. And then coming across that design, I was like, oh, that, you know, that looks better. It'll give it more of a sleek look, and I think it'll look better. So that's what we're gonna go for. Kind of like the hourglass shape. Now, I know you're not stuck up here, so you just have anything to do. You have more stone to go fetch. Do we have more stone to go fetch? Are we out of stone? We got a little bit more stone. You know what? You can go and mine somewhere. Because we're going to need more stone. There's a nice little section for you to carve out when you're not placing blocks for this. Okay, and we'll continue moving up. Keeping some windows. If we decide we don't like the look of the windows, then we can just fill them in. Figured we would take the opportunity to do that first, and then instead of filling them in and then trying to add windows, maybe not liking it, and then having to put them back. It's which I guess, you know, maybe this method's not any really better, but it just seemed better for me. Build, townies build. I've started a small toy collection. And when I say small, I mean it's like 4 pieces. But working in the toys department, I have, you know, seen some, you know, I'm starting to see things, you know, that come through that are, you know, at least in my opinion, are pretty cool. It's and unique. It's something you may not see, you know, around forever, and it's stuff that's happening now. They're not in the past collections. They're not old school and valuable things. They're, you know, just retail stuff now. But hopefully, you know, a couple of things I may collect will be stuff more valuable later on. to describe a couple things that I've collected. If you want to see them, just say it. I'll actually make a video showing what I've collected, and we can, people want to keep informed with some of the stuff that are coming out that people may want to keep their eye on. I can do that, and if there's people want to tell me things to look out for, to add to my collection of things that are happening now and that's making history today, and not what's already made history. To be different, a different kind of collector. Feel free to tell me. But a couple things that I have is, first I told you I collected the Wreck-It Ralph. He's in the Heroes World suit, and he has the Heroes medal. I think it's the only set that I remember seeing that had the Heroes medal. I could be wrong on that, but it's not a big figure. He's maybe about the size of my hand, or a little bigger, but he's not big. He's a little just to medium-sized figure, and he's got moving parts. He has a little gun, but it's really hard for him to hold the gun across, but he can hold it and raise it. That's kind of how it's more meant to be held. It's hard to reproduce what was made in the thing, but he's out of the box. He's not boxed. I wanted to buy two just to have one in the box, in case maybe it's the value to be higher in its box. But for this one, I just want one, and some kid will actually be playing with it, so I'll leave the other ones. Leave the other ones there. But he's pretty cool. I really like him. I really like Pixar and Disney, and for a story such as that, I really liked, and I really did enjoy the movie. So I was happy with my investment. I think I bought it before I saw it, and yeah, I did buy it before the movie came out, and I like it. So that was the first thing added to my collection, and then I added. It was going to be a gift to an old friend, but they didn't seem to want it. It's a 31-inch tall Batman. He's 31 inches. It's actually a pretty tall figure. He's actually really large, and he's not fully boxed. He's not in plastic wrap or anything. It's just the base of it, so it's not really an in the box collector kind of thing. But he's actually pretty well crafted. He doesn't have a whole lot of flaws to it. It's just a few painting things. It was one of the best that I looked across to find the best one, and he's pretty cool. He was only $20-something, like $24, something in that range, and I thought it was a complete steal, because I look at it and I think it's worth $50, $60 easily, in my opinion. That's what I would sell it for. So I picked it up for my friend, and if they could still have it whenever if they want, but if they don't, then it's something for my collection that hopefully can be resold for more money. My store had only gotten like 7-8 of them. It was 10 at the most, and as soon as they were set out, they were instantly being looked at and everything. And I still had still my first hour, and I still had 3 more hours until I got to go on my lunch, and then I was worried the entire time that someone would they would be all bought up before I went on for lunch, so I could buy one. But no one actually bought one until I did. I was actually the first one to buy one, and the next day they were all gone. You know, so I couldn't even really tell people about it because they just wouldn't. They weren't there to be looked at. So I was really glad that I did get it when I did, and I hope it's, you know, worth, you know, the $20-something. That's not an extreme amount, but when you're kind of poor and working on a Walmart wage, you don't really have a whole lot of money to throw around. So those are the kind of things I'm looking for, not really big investment kind of things. And then the last thing I've collected 2 Angry Birds Hot Wheels cars. Because the Rovio has, you know, been the master of marketing things, and it's just incredible with the amount of products that they have now for Angry Birds. And you know, with the Hot Wheels line, which is great, and they look really cool. They're high quality. We've been getting several small shipments of the little red birds, but then now we have a thing set up that also has the pigs in it, some little pig cars, and which is truly cool. And I don't know if they're like hugely mass produced in great numbers, or if they're limited time things. But I grabbed one of each for only 97 cents each. Can't beat that for a possible collector's item. And it's also marked with the green it's the label on the side is green, and I want to say a customer had once told me that was it says, you know, imagination or something to that extent, but I thought it said something about they were collector-esque pieces, so more reason to have invested in it. And so we'll see about those, but they're really cool. But if you want to see them, you know, what they all look like, just let me know, and I will take the time to make a video for them. You know, if they're not, you know, your thing for my viewers, you know, then there's no point to me showing them off. Okay, now we're up, and it's time to start laying out the next floor. It's actually taking a really long time for them to get the materials out and over here. I mean, we're already 33 minutes in, and it's, you know, about to start wrapping this up, and I ain't hardly got anywhere. But we'll continue it in the next video, and we'll make sure to finish it, and we'll populate the second room with maybe a library or something, and keep it all rolling. Let the fun stop. Fun don't stop. What is that from? I don't remember now. I'm sure it'll hit me in a little bit. And this top room will actually be like his. We'll put the room for the mage, and hopefully he'll show up. We'll kill the, you know, Tybalt the barbarian, and hopefully the mage will show up and not a Highlander, since it's a good possibility he might show up and try to fill the room himself. Well, that's really backwards. Maybe it'll fix itself when this save gets reloaded. Still gotta be able to walk up there. That'll get them trapped. Oh. Yeah, because I told you not to place it there. You didn't listen. Said cancel, and you did not cancel. Oh, you can be forgiven. You are just a townie. You're not the brightest thing walking the planet. Well, I guess this planet you are. I mean, nothing else is really much better. It was fun to watch the birds like get up on the rooftops because they're always finding their way. Yeah, they kind of got a path across the roof. Some parkour masters going. But let's see if any birds. There's always like, well, he'll always be up here. There's always like one or two other birds that have found their way to the roof, dancing around on it. I guess not now. All right. About this next run. You have to so one of the I don't want to put that piece out. I wanted to do it here. We'll see how we can do it. Army of scaffolds. Assemble. that would be the appropriate word to use. It's not gonna be. It'll just so we can. As long as the stone is touching, then we can remove it, and they're not gonna fall. But these pieces will. So we'll have to find some way of keeping them in place. Even if maybe we place block underneath, so that it'll support. Might just do that, and still hopefully it'll look nice. It just occurred to me now that I was going to put some rings around it too to give it a little different colors. Totally forgot about it till now. I might have to do some replacements. I wonder what I would use. Okay, well that's gonna do it for this video. For me, at least, it flew by fast. The construction took a while, and we didn't even finish the building. But we'll finish it next time, and it'll be nice and decorative, and we'll put some more stuff in here, and it'll go good. So I hope you will join me for the next episode. I have been Envizion Revelations. Thank you for watching, as always, If you would, if you want, friend me on Steam, Envizion Revelations. Come chat me up, see how I'm doing, watch me struggle with Sins of a Solar Empire, and Mark of the Ninja, and anything else I may come across. Recommend a good game to me. Talk about toys. Since I work in toys, so that's what I'm knowledgeable of. All that good stuff. All right, and